Hey, what up? So this video is on self-lender. Now y'all know, I mean, I've made other videos on self-lender. I gave a lot of information on self-lender, and I finished that program before. So this video today is on, some next level information. So, and explaining why I just started self-lender again. So today is, hold on, I don't even know what day it is. Today is April 22nd. And I opened up a new self-lender account after I finished the program a while back. When I first started, my score was what was my score? My score was about 520 something. And by the time I finished, my score was 600 something. And well, if you want to be, well, depending on where you looking at, on Credit Karma, my score is 700. So, but I don't go by Credit Karma because Credit Karma shows you your Vantage score. Now, a lot of people don't know that we have different credit scores. We got Vantage scores and we got FICO scores. And even those scores have different scores. So it gets deep. So a lot of people look at Credit Karma and they don't understand that that's just a Vantage score. It's not your FICO score. That is not the score that home lenders are going to look at, that car lenders, you might get lucky and they might get that, but I highly doubt it. They all look at the FICO score. And your FICO score has a score for cars too, for for auto loans, for home loans. Like, you got all these different variations in your FICO score also, if y'all didn't know. So the reason why I got back into self-lender is because I need to build my credit. I'm at 600 and I want to buy a house. I want to be an investor and I want to buy a house, right? But I don't want to buy a house the way everybody buys their house, where they take their money and put a deposit down on the house. They take out a mortgage and they pay in this mortgage for 30 years, right? I'm not doing that. So, if you want to buy a house, like straight up cash, the way I want to buy a house, right? Which is the reason why you're probably watching this self-lender video. Maybe you want to buy a house or buy a car. Now, this video is to invite you to actually take a different approach when buying your house, because when you buy a house, you got to remember that if a house costs $150,000, right, and you take out a mortgage for $150,000, so you can buy this house, you're going to end up paying over $150,000 because of interest. You're going to pay probably $100,000 more, or $100,000 plus more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might pay 150, 100, 200 more than what it's worth by the time you're done paying for it in 30 years. So, I got a big issue with that. I don't like that. I don't like living my life having to wake up every day because I know I have to pay some sort of, rent, mortgage, or, stuff like that, big stuff like that, and car notes. So I like to live my life on the free side. I don't like paying, and I'm pretty sure that everybody would love that too, but everybody says that's not the real world. Yeah, that's not the real world if you don't make it the real world. So you can make that your reality. And so the way I plan on doing that is I'm going to build my credit, right, to at least, I want to build it to a 750, but my FICO score is at 600. I really need a 620, so I don't have that far to go. But I'm going to build my credit score to a minimum of 620. It's going to be higher than that, but I only need it at 620 right now. Now I'm going to cash out one of my investments that I have in Robinhood. Like, I invested money in the Robinhood, in Dogecoin. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but anyway, I done made a few dollars, like a little 10,000 off of that, 10, 20,000 off of Dogecoin. So I'm going to take that money. I have an LLC already. So now I have my money, I have my deposit money, right, for my first real estate deal, but I'm not going to buy a house with a mortgage. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my credit up. I'm going to get a hard money lender. I'm gonna have my money, my part of my end of the deal, you know, to make this deal happen. But the hard money lender is going to be the one that supplies all of the money for the purchase and for the renovations to fix the house. And then once I renovate this house, I'm gonna sell it, and I'm gonna make a profit off of this house. Now, whether it be $40,000-$50,000, that's cool, because now I'm gonna have, you know, $40,000-$50,000 more than I didn't have before using this hard money lender's money. So you know, you take that and you do that 3-4 times, and now you have the money that you need to buy your house cash, and you actually have leverage, because you can use that. Since you have cash, you can offer somebody less because you're paying cash. So, you know, like you know, a person like me, like, I don't like, you know, I'm from the hood, so I don't like the hood. I don't like my house connected to other people's houses. I don't like townhouses. I don't like row houses. I like my house separated, you know, from everybody. I like to have, you know, even now I own a bunch of cars, and I be having problems on the block with my neighbors because of it. So when I buy my house has to be, you know, garage. I can park my car up in my space in my crib, where, you know, and nobody, I'm not sharing it with nobody. I don't have to talk to nobody. Nobody's right there next to me. Nobody's trash is flying over on you know, on my side and stuff like that. So, you know, I plan on buying a house that is going to cost me at least $200, $300. So I'm not planning on paying 30 years, living my life 30 years on paying off a mortgage. So you get a hard money lender and you stack up, you flip and stack up for six months, maybe a whole year, and then you buy the house that you want, cash, paid. Then when you go home and you lay down at night, you don't have to wake up the next day at whatever clock, you know, whatever time in the morning to go to work. Like, you don't got to do that, because you know, what you have is paid for, cash. So now, you know, you don't have to wake up. You want to wake up, you know? So anyway, this is my self-lender tips. I'm back at it. I started at 6 right now. I'm gonna let y'all know as soon as my credit score go up, so y'all can know what's up, like how fast. The first time I did it, my score went up within 2.5 weeks, about 30 points. So, and I had debt, a lot of debt. So right now, you know, my credit report is completely clean. So we're gonna see exactly how my credit score, how self-lender affects my credit score right now that is clean, right? Versus how it affected it when it was dirty, when I had collections and I had, you know, all that stuff on my credit. And when, so I'm going to give that comparison after I see what happens with this now. So y'all can follow, comment, like, any questions, let me know what's up.